Salam Rahmatullah. Good evening. I hope you guys are doing great and welcome to the question solving session of every Saturday, which we do live. Many of you already know about it. New students did not know about it. So here we are. And there are random questions I have taken from random places. And these are actually the PMI provided questions, what PMI provides to their authorized trainers. So let's try to solve that. Let me explain you the rules, especially for the new students that you guys will. I will read the question for you. I'll try to show you that how to read the question. You can use. I will use highlighters to show you. You can also use highlighters in exam and the markers and the font strike through, so you can find out the correct answer also. So that will be our style. First, you will answer on the chat window, then I'll explain you that how to select the correct answer and what is the correct answer for this question. So welcome to all. Let's begin our journey for today. We have the first question on the screen. A project manager in an organization that uses traditional project management is assigned to an ongoing project. Recently, the organization has started to use agile methodologies for project. Project manager hears that some team members think key subject matter expertise is missing and that the team does not collaborate enough. Problem is they have inexpertise of agile and team does not know how to collaborate as in agile. How can you respond to the concern of team members if you are the project manager of this team? So first you try to find the answer, then I'll help you what is the correct answer. And you can answer on the chat window, please. Um, yes, it's correct. Like yes, good. What about others? Mr. Muhammad, no. Similar to this, there is a better answer than this one. Zahid, no. Uh, Muhammad, no. So the problem is we need to have the subject matter expertise. And you know that in Agile we use what T-shaped team. And T-shaped team means they are what? Cross-functional and they are the generalizing specialist, which means they can do one thing good and then they can do other things also. If you start looking from first, employ a third party specialist to fill the knowledge gap. We could do it, but we could do it before the project or outside of the project. And if you look at the next stand up meeting, emphasize the importance of collaboration. Problem is now, and why you will wait for the next meeting? Start using Kanban boards. Kanban boards are there for progress. It's not the purpose of knowledge. And the question is specifically asking that we are running short for the knowledge. So if you look at it, add cross-functional internal resources and explain their value to the team. That if you have the cross-functional team, we can actually grow the environment. We can create a culture of community of practice. We can establish the center of excellence where the existing team members who have the knowledge, they should provide the knowledge to the existing resources, which is actually the great idea. Because if you bring the change from outside, it's difficult. So change, it's better to bring the change from inside. So in that context, C is the correct answer. If anyone have any comments or feedback, I can explain it. Otherwise, let me go to the next question. You guys agreed with the explanation, or you have any other thoughts? Yeah, this is the first question. Sure. Yeah, that's correct, Mr. Badr. Very good. Sorry, Mr. Badr. I remember your name. Thank you. Yeah, the C was the correct answer. Let's go to the next question and check what is it. During a technical project, ignore this, please. So during a technical project, a well-liked project member is reassigned to a different project. The team has expressed disapproval regarding the reassignment, which means that there was a guy who was recognized because of his or her expertise, and now he's assigned to a different project. And team does not like this option. What actions you can take to mitigate the team's disapproval? First, you guys read the answers, and then I will try to explain it. What do you think is the correct answer? Uh, your internal things you should not wait. Let me have all the answers and I will start explaining. Um, yes, Zahid, your answer is correct. No, Mr. Suhaila, we will not do it. This guy is explaining to us. We will not explain him until unless we are totally exhausted. We tried our best, but we are not getting it. Then we may do it, but no as the first time. Hafiz, yes, correct. Mufla, no. The problem is you need to understand always the problem from the question. That's what question is asking. Question is asking you need to mitigate the disapproval. You need to lower down the temperature. So like yes, your answer is also correct. When I'm saying you need to lower down the temperature, so when you have the problems with the team sentiments, when the problem is related to the sentiments, answer will always be what emotional intelligence. So you have to employ the leadership and emotional intelligence tools to inspire the team to continue working. Because it's not an easy option that you can find a person with the same as well. They are not available like in a showcase you will go and bring them, or they are not available in film all the time. So it's not a relevant option. The sponsor is external to you. You will not go directly to them until unless you have tried everything but you are not getting. So notify the project sponsor will never be the first choice of yours to make it. Always remember. Team building activities for the team collaboration. And the person is not saying the team is not collaborated. Team is collaborated, but they are worried because one of their favorite team member is reassigned to another project. So B is actually the correct answer. I hope explained well. And if you have any concerns, let me know. Otherwise, let's go to the next question. Can we go to next? Or you have any concern, you can speak on the mic also.
The answer is D.
Answer is B, employee
Is B.
leadership. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
no problem. So A, C, and D can never be the correct answer. B is better answer. Let's go and check the next question. A new resource joins a working project team and assigned to a small project that is critical to a large program milestone. Unfortunately, the new resource is underskilled and very nervous. The team dynamic has been awkward and work has slowed down on the project. Which are the two possible ways for the project manager to handle the situation? Which are the possible ways you can do to handle this situation? The problem is what? The new resource has low expertise related to the project. If you have this type of situation, what you could do, you have to select two correct answers. So please check what are the two correct answers from these choices. Like yes, that's great. Zahid, your first option does not align with the question. If you look at it, it has nothing to do with the question. And if your answers are wrong, don't take it as a negative thing. We are learning how to solve the question. It's not an exam or it's not a test. We are just learning to solve the question. And if your answer, when I say your answer is wrong, so try to find the correct answer. Come on, guys, what do you think? Nikhil, your first answer is okay, not done the second. No, Mufla, both are incorrect. Okay, Nikhil, yes, that's great. Hafiz, yes. So if you guys look, problem is with the skills of the person. And if you read the option A, assess the new resource communication skills. Person is not saying anything about communication skills. I don't know what is written in that. That's it. I found my word which is wrong in the beginning. I will not read further. I will not waste my time reading the whole thing. Then if you go, this option will never be the correct answer. If you have this word, I don't know what is it. I don't care. I don't want to read also. If it is this, consider it as an incorrect answer directly. These are unethical things. And if you look at option D, meet with functional manager. Problem is with the person. Why you are going to his manager? What you want to achieve? You want to hide something? So again, this is not a correct practice. When the problem is with me, discuss with me. Why you are going to my friends and my bosses and so on? So in that context, we have eliminated the wrong answers. So remaining answers are B and E. So if you look at it, talk with the new resource about their skills and then determine how they can contribute to the project. That's the correct answer. And when the person is not that much expert, so we have to ask the team, and that is the advantage of self-organizing team. That they balance the work, they share the knowledge with other people, so they can also uh, provide the guidance, and you can also coach him or her as a new team member. So yes, B and E are the better answers or the correct answer in this situation. So I hope the explanation works, and I gave you some tricks also that these type of answers can never be the correct answers. This answer, and I think this answer, this 100% can never be the correct answer. If you have this word, it will never be the correct answer of any correct question. And if you look at this situation, somehow I can say that majority of the time this will never be the correct answer. And the problem is with the person, you have to discuss with the person, not his or her manager. So yes, we found our answers B and E, which are the correct answers. Let's go next. On an agile team, staff members from various departments rotate in and out to augment the team. How can project manager help shield the team, permanent team members from disruptions? How can you shield them from disruptions? What do you think is the correct answer? No, you are not looking at the questions, right? You are not looking at the question. How can you shield the team member from disruptions? How can you focus on the question, read it carefully? And question is always in the last part. That's why I have made it bold. This is the background information. Here is the real question, and you have to find the answer. Your answer must match this bold part. If your answer is not matching this bold part, your answer will be always incorrect. So the problem is you need to save the permanent team members from disruptions. If you look in the above giving on in the giving options, first one says give them authority to assign tasks to the rotating team members. Authority has something to do from the leaving team members. I don't know. What do you guys think? Ask leaving staff the project to pick members who deserve recognition. That's how you can shield them. Give them higher priority to choose which tasks they work on. Or require staff leaving the project to run a knowledge sharing workshop. This is my answer. Because as per our learning, whether you are working in predictive, whether you are working in agile, any team member who will leave during the project or when the project will finish, it's project manager responsibility 100% to collect lesson learned. None of the team member will leave the team until they will provide the lesson learned. Always remember, this is the primary responsibility of project manager. 100% they need to make sure that anyone who is leaving the team, they must provide the lesson learned. So yes, in that context, A, B, and C were the incorrect answers, while D was the correct answer. Based upon our explanation, D is the answer which uh, goes with the question. We don't want to lose the skills. We want them to continue the culture and keep sharing the knowledge. So yes, those who have answered D, their answers are correct. Very good. That's great. Let's go next. Before the next iteration begins, project team B meets about an unexpected challenge, which threatens to delay the current phase. The task in the next iteration cannot be completed because of this challenge. Another team is depending on you to fulfill their work. How should the project manager resolve this situation? Team B is stuck and team A is waiting for the task. you are the project manager, what you would do in this situation? No, Zahid? Yes, like, no, Mufla? You guys are thinking like the construction people, right? Like, can also say for you. They have a challenge. The delay, because you are not reading that why there is a delay. Delay is because there is a problem. Increasing the team member will solve the problem.
No, will not.
When you have the problem, you have to solve the problem. Increasing the team member will never solve the problem. So it will be out of the context. Meet with both teams separately and ask them to figure out. You are the project manager, whether you are in predictive, whether you are agile, you are responsible to remove the impediments, challenges, or obstacles. You have to remove it, not someone else. So you will not throw it to team. Team is already stuck. They are looking at you that you are the project manager. Help us. And instead of helping them, you are telling them in A that go and figure out by yourself. This is totally a bad approach also. And if you look at D, D is also saying the same thing, that do it by yourself. I will not help you. If you cannot help the team, then why you are the project manager? So the best answer is meet with the PO to prioritize the iteration backlog so that it does not impact other teams or obligations. So from the given options, A, C, and D are incorrect answers, while B is the answer which reflects what is the possible situation or what is the possible result which you can do to make the things better. I always say while explaining the answers that you sometimes you may not feel comfortable in selecting the correct answers, but these are the only available options from the given data, and we have to select the answers from the given options. We cannot bring the answers from outside. So among those available options, this B is a better option to be selected. The other options, as I explained, they do not define what we are expecting. Yes, Zubair, what you want to say?
Mr. Imran, I have just a small concern regarding, as in the question, we are saying the project team B is facing unexpected challenge in the current phase, right?
Yes.
And in the answer, we are saying meet with the product owner to prioritize the iteration backlog.
Yes.
So
So
how
it does not impact the other teams or obligations.
So how if we prioritize the backlog means I'm not getting clear.
So
We
this
are
is
just
the
talking
iteration.
about the current phase. Yeah,
Yeah. We have the iteration backlog, right? And we
right,
have the user stories, right? Prioritized.
right.
We have the prioritized product backlog. And imagine team A is doing these two tasks, and this task is dependent on their output.
Okay,
So now this team, which let's suppose team B, who is waiting that when A will finish, then we will start. So they have the finish to start dependency,
right.
right? So now
Mhm.
when they have the finish to start dependency, and we know that there is a problem, and because of this, this team cannot do this. So what you want,
Mhm.
other teams will keep waiting because in Agile we have multiple teams working, right? Concurrently.
Right. Mhm.
So they all will be waiting. So I will ask product owner that Mr. Product Owner, put this item away and bring other things so other people can also work. While we will do this, in the meantime, try to fix it. We don't want other to be delayed
Okay, okay. Right,
until
right.
the error is solved. So he will reprioritize it. He will bring this challenge one down, and he will bring the unchallenged one up.
Okay, right. Got it.
Let's go to the next question. During a meeting, a project manager learns that a business results needs to be delivered in 4 weeks, although the original was 16 weeks. The PM also hears that there is no available technical resource. So one problem is time is reduced from 16 weeks to 4 weeks. And the second problem is you don't have any technical resource. The PM knows the technical resource manager because they work together on a previous project. So person is giving you the hint by itself that you have the relation with the technical manager. How can you encash it? What is the first thing you should do as a project manager? Person itself is giving you the hint. Yes, all of you are correct so far. Yes, all are correct. As I know, I told you that if you find this word, it will never be the correct answer. This is wrong. Immediately escalate the issue to the decision maker in the organization. What organization has to do? They are the organization, but you are the project manager. You should take action. They are asking what you should do as a project manager. So it cannot be the answer. Hire an outside party to meet the need for a technical resource. If I remove C, then D could be the correct answer. But because C is here, so D cannot be the correct answer. If I say in that context, anyone can, okay, the correct answer which I have already explained, that C is the correct answer. Anyone can give me the orders. Look, they said first thing, right? So can you tell me that among these four options, what you will do first, what will you do second, what you will do third, and what you will do fourth? Type it on the chat window. What will be the sequence? What will be your first step? Like first step for sure is C. If the C is not possible, then what you will do? And then what you will do, and then what you will do. Yes. Yes. Hafiz, yes, that's correct. Khadim, you started well, but there is in the last you twisted it. Mufla, your first one is correct, but the next two is like alternative. Look, you will do this first. If it is not happening, then what you will do? This.
Notify technical knowledge.
And if it is not happening, then you will escalate to the team, to the organization. If they are not doing it, then you will go to the sponsor that I have tried everything. It's not possible to go and talk to my organization. I try. So it's like C, D, B, and A. C, D, B, and A. This should be the last thing. Notifying the sponsor will always be the last thing you will do. Because going to the sponsor means imagine if you have a problem in your home and you are going to your neighbor to get it solved. It will be the last thing that you have tried all your relatives and all your expertise and everything. Then in that case, you will go outside to the people. Yes, Khadim, what do you want to say?
Sir, my question is, does the organization type will depend this order? Because if it is a functional organization or the project manager does not have enough authority to directly hire an outside, first he will need to notify the decision makers or the project sponsors.
The sponsor is always external, right? Sponsor should always be the last choice. Whether it's internal, whether it's external.
Okay. Irrespective of the organizational type, right?
Any situation. This will be your last card.
Okay,
What you will
thanks.
play. This will be your A. You know
Okay,
what we
thank
play cards. So we have an A card. This will be your A's. Or the trump card at that. Great. Let's go next. A PM in a virtual team realizes during the third iteration of product development that the team dashboard that shows progress on work is faulty and is not showing update. This is the problem. What actions you will take as a project manager? Let's see what you guys will do as a project manager. Yes, I'm just correct. What about others? Michael, no. And Shayla, yes. Good. Like, this is the correct answer. If I remove this, then like and Zubair, your answer could be correct. Mufla, no, this has nothing to do with the question. Find me the correct answer, please. Right, no. Like, yes, no better. When your dashboard has problem, get it fixed. There is nothing difficult to choose the answer, guys. Your task as a project manager to fix the problems, to address the problems, to help the team to fix their issues. So in that context, C is the correct answer. If I remove C, then you can expect that okay, and D could be the better answer somehow. But when C is there, you have to select the C. When there's a problem, fix it. Why you're running from the problem? So yes, C is the correct answer in that context. Because if you look A, it means you're not helping them. And if you are saying B, someone else will come to rescue you. And D, okay, put it in the process. When the time will come, we will fix it. This nature is never required. As a project manager, you have to be the proactive guy who can take decisions proactively, not reactively. Great. Let's go next. Okay, Project D is working virtually because of recent natural disaster. Several activities are delayed because a project team member has not been working for the past week, which impacts the critical part. How should you respond as a project manager? That because of one member from the past week, we have delays. And I think based upon my tricks I have given you earlier, you can select Yes, like correct. What about others? Nikhil, why? Why you are trying to become the functional manager? You are the project manager. Sohail, yes, good. After they are asking what you will respond to the problem. They are not asking that what you will do. You need to fix the problem. Your project is already late. When your project is already late, you will obtain until you can speak to the team member directly. If A is not the correct answer, then B could be a situation. But no, we have a better answer, which is A. So yes, so yes,
Yes,
in
Imran,
that context, yeah, go on.
if we talk about answer A, we are saying obtain a new resource to complete the needed task until you can speak to the team member directly.
Directly, right?
So
When we have the
my
problem
question,
with the team member, we have to deal with them directly, right? Not to their function
exactly.
manager.
Yes, you're right. My question is like, if I'm the project manager, of course I know my team who is working.
Yes,
I have everything. So before prior talking to that member, why I should obtain a new resource because I don't know the issue. What is the problem? Why that guy is not working? What happened? You got my point?
yeah, I got your point, but look in the available options. If you are reading the ask a team member who knows this person well. So this is actually
Uh-huh.
explaining the same thing what you are saying. When you
Uh-huh.
already know him, why you will ask
Yes.
another team member,
Yeah, of course you're right. I will not ask. You're
right?
right. Uh-huh.
It's my responsibility to deal with the team member, so why should I go with another person? And similarly,
So,
we will never do this, right? We will never go to the function manager. He's in my
mm,
control, so I am
right.
responsible for it. Function manager will directly say, I gave him to you. You should know about him. Why I should know about him?
And what
So
about
we
C?
cannot be the answer. When you are not able to contact him, how can you remind him about responsibility and accountability? When someone is not answering your phone, can you do this?
Mm,
Right? When the person is not in the contact, when he's not doing the things, how could you do anything?
right, right.
Because they are already saying that because of a disaster.
Uh-huh, right.
So you know something can go wrong. Let's go find him. And until you can fix the problem. Great. I got the answers. Let's go next. Long question. During an iteration, a team working in country B encounters problem that may cause delay in completion of task B. Teams in country A needs task B to be completed on time. So team have dependencies now. These teams work together virtually. What can the project manager do to resolve this problem? In a very general language, this will never be the correct answer. Ask the team to work harder. What does that mean? Ask the team to work harder. It means the team is not working harder. So this will never be the correct answer. Okay. Who can increase the iteration length? Product owner, not the project manager. Iteration is the responsibility of team. Team will decide, and product owner will decide what will be the length of iteration. They will not change it by themselves. So in that context, he cannot be the answer. And again, if you look at A and D, they are the same. Ask team members to perform hard or perform best. Perform hard or perform best. You are insulting the people, right? That's not a good approach. Respect everyone. So ask the team to collaborate virtually to find a solution to avoid the potential delay. Because when we are saying virtual teams are working and they are giving you the hint, wait, it's where is it? Yeah. They are giving you the hint iteration. So it means we are working in agile situations. And in agile, we have what? Self-organizing team. So based upon the available options, C is the task of product owner. And if you look at A and D, you are just asking that do it. But among those options, B is the better option because you are asking them to collaborate virtually because they are already working virtually to remove the potential delays by yourself. If not, then I could ask the product owner to intervene. That could be the correct answer. So yes, those who have answered B is actually the correct answer. Great. Let's go next. Another big question. A new project manager needs to deliver a high stake agile project. The vendor working with the team is in another country. Okay. So this vendor has delivered excellent quality of work on time in the past, but now they are behind schedule. Team explains to the PM that their attempts to get the vendor back on the schedule have failed. Team has tried. They've sent emails and phone, but the vendor only gives vague, non-committal responses. Now, the product owner insists that this vendor is essential to the success of the project and an important partner of the business, which means you cannot throw him out directly. Which action you will take as a project manager? Problem is in communication, right? You guys always go with a very traditional approach. I've been looking into your answers. You guys are just going randomly. Problem is the communication. They have sent emails and phone, but he just gave no response. Now, if you look at it, threatening is never a correct answer, right? Threatening is never a correct answer. Contact him and tell him about the consequences of their actions and delays. This will never be the correct answer of any correct person. Those who are selecting C, can you amend the agreement by yourself? What we said, contracts are bilateral, right? Or multilaterals. They are never unilaterals. So when you will amend the contract by yourself, how can you apply it during the execution until the second party? Contract will only work or the agreements will only work when both parties have signed it. When this person is not answering your call, how can you ask him to sign something? This answer is no. Ask the product owner to use personal influence to get the vendor back on a schedule. You are the project manager who should solve the problem. Product owner is just a friend of him, or you can say it's not friend. The person doesn't say friend. He says that okay, he is the trusted vendor. So now A and C are gone, remaining B and D. And problem is related to the communications. So if you look at it, B, create a virtual workspace for the team so that everyone is aware of and accountable for their task and aware of due dates, including the product owner. And if you look at D, ask the product owner to use personal influence. So if you need to choose from B and D, So yes, B is the better answer than D. Because when the work is being delayed or when the work is in trouble or the project is in trouble, we do not leave our task to someone else. We do not leave our task to someone else. Instead we what? We do the work by ourselves. We have to take the responsibility by ourselves if there are problems in the project. We cannot say, okay, I will ask someone, he will do it. No, not someone. You are the boss. You should do the things. Yes, Zaid, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, the project manager is the accountable for the project only. And here we are discussing that the team so that everyone is aware and accountable. I didn't get this point actually. For the project manager is accountable, right?
I am unable to understand what you are asking. Can you repeat the question?
My question is actually the project manager is accountable for the project schedule.
For
And
project
here we are
success.
discussing for project success actually. But here we are involving the team for the accountability. Is that true?
When the team is working virtually, when they are not physically available, so they are saying that problem is in the communications. He can say that I did not receive the email, or he's saying that maybe I don't get the non-committal, I'm not committing anything. So when the dashboard, look what they are saying, when you will do the virtual workspace, so it means you will assign them the task required. That this is your task, this is your task, this is your task, this is your task, and this is your deadline. So everyone will be looking at this collaboration portal, that when they have to achieve the work, and because of not doing the work, how they will be impacted.
Okay.
Okay. So when
Mr.
everyone
Imran.
knows how they, yeah, go on.
Now, as we discussed, the issue is the communication, right? Now, if we are creating a virtual what we call it, workspace, if the vendor is not responding to emails for any communication, so how we can make sure, like, okay, he's going to see that this
Look, when
workspace.
you are working in collaboration portal, like we are doing the Zoom meeting, right? And we are doing the Zoom meeting. So if I send you a WhatsApp message, I don't know you will read it or not, but
Okay.
I will make sure that you should come in the Zoom meeting, right? It's your
Right.
responsibility to come in the Zoom meeting.
Exactly.
So Zoom is what? Co-working space, right? Virtual co-working space.
And if, for example, if the vendor is not coming,
If the
so
vendor
what
is
we will
not
do
coming,
next?
then we will take the actions as per the contract. Look, when you start, like, majority of the students, what they do, they start playing with the if by themselves. What I told you, that you may not feel comfortable by selecting the options, but these are the available options. You have to select from these options. You cannot ring if. Don't try to play if with the question. Don't try to play if with the answers. You must use the answers from the available option. There is nothing called if. When you will go with if, your answer will be wrong. That's what the
Right.
majority of the students make mistakes. That okay, in my organization it is like this, or I do like this, or you are playing with if. But question
Mhm.
is straightforward. There is no if in the question. Whatever it is, this is the text and this is the
Yeah.
answer. No need to bring anything from outside. No need to bring anything from the organization. You have to follow. This is it. That's it. No plus, no minus.
No, you're right. You're right. Imran. Actually, why I'm asking this question? Even I have faced many times this issue when we have a particular vendor and he's not performing well, but he's required as per the requirement of the client. So we just approach to the
Look,
client, boss,
you
this guy is not working now. What's supposed to do? So
look,
he
you
just
have
uses
already
influence.
done the
Yeah,
training, right? If you remember,
yeah,
and it means you
yeah.
have done the chapter of procurement. What we
Yes, yes,
said,
yes.
that if you want to terminate the contract, you must mention in the contract that if you will not do X and Y, or if you will
Mhm.
do the breach of contract, your contract will be terminated.
Right.
So whatever you want to get it done, you have to mention in the contracts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But you will not do in the middle. So at the planning level, you can do it, but not in the execution level. You can modify the contract, right?
Mhm.
If
Mhm.
it is not written in the contract. So if you look at it, contact the vendor, threatening is never the correct answer, right? Threatening is
Right,
never
right,
the correct
right.
option. That you
Right,
will
right.
just call him and say like this. So this
Mhm.
answer is directly out of the league. Now remaining answers are B and C and D. And we have discussed that you cannot modify the contract by yourself. There
Exactly.
is no
Right.
contract in the world which you can do it by yourself and send it to someone and you can say you have to follow that. So now
Mhm.
A and C are gone from our list. Remaining answers
Right.
are B and D. They are asking who should solve the situation. You should, right?
Yes.
Why you are throwing it to the product owner? Because product owner is responsible to bring the requirement, right? And project
Yes.
manager is responsible to fix the challenges, impediments, and obstacles. It's project manager responsibility. And in this question, they are checking that how efficiently you are picking your responsibility. If you look at it,
Right. Mhm.
you are throwing your responsibility to the product owner, while removing the impediments, challenges, and obstacles is the responsibility of project manager.
Right.
So in
Right.
that
Right.
context, remaining answer is B.
Yes.
Let's solve one more question so it will become 20 and then we'll close down. A long-standing key team member in a virtual team has been unmotivated for weeks after the death of a family member. So it's emotional intelligence. When I read the question, I found that there's something related to emotional intelligence. Because of this, it's impacting the critical part. How will you handle this situation? And I think the things I have explained, I would request all of you to answer because this is the last question and I want all of you to answer it. Then I will close down the sessions. We have so many people and I want answers from everyone. And I will not speak that you are correct or not until I got all the answers. Well, those who have answered yet, they all are correct. This is the best option available. Khadim and Mufla, put yourself in this situation. If it happens with you, what you will do? How would you feel? You are already in the griefness, right? Sad. And if you will lose the job also, how would you feel? You will never do this, right? We have already discussed that if the problem is with the person, please don't try to go beyond the limit. So they will never be the correct answers. So remaining answers are A and B. The first option you will do is you will do A. This is the correct answer. If he or she thinks that they cannot do it, then yes, you can do, but this should be your number 2 priority. But first you have to go and discuss with them if they can connect back. And this answer is what I told you when I was reading the question, that this answer is related to the emotional intelligence. So first you have to check with him or her. If not, then you can do the first. But doing the action first. And if you don't remember why you guys keep forgetting, I keep telling you, direct action will never be the correct answer. Keep it in your list, keep it in your mind, keep it, punch it in your brain. Direct action will never be the correct answer, whether you are doing predictive, whether you are doing agile. Make it a rule in your life. You are the project manager. Before taking the actions, you have to think hundreds of times that what will be impact of your actions. So direct actions will never be the correct answers of any correct question. Keep it safe into your memory, into your mind. Whenever you are solving the question, do not jump to this answer. Go ahead, Khadim. Speak.
Sir, just a minute. If we remove this key team member and this death of a family member, still we will go with the B first.
You started doing the if, right? And what I just said 2 minutes ago, do not use it.
Yes, okay.
First, you will do A, which is the correct answer. If he or she said,
Okay.
no, I am still going through with bad patch, then you can take the constant that, okay, can I go with another guy? So in that case, or you can like not instruct him, politely ask him that, okay, in that condition, I have to go with another team member because my critical path is it.
Hmm.
Because if you will
Okay,
do
thank
this,
you.
look, if you will do this in a good society, I don't want to like go in the bad things, but in a good society, if you will do this, this guy can file the sue on you.
Okay.
It will be a legal complaint against you as a project manager that he knew I am going through with the bad patch, and still he replaced me
Oh, okay, okay.
without discussing, right? So
Okay,
as I
got it.
said,
Thank
direct
you.
action will never be the correct answer. Before taking any action, you have to think multiple times that what your actions will bring to the project. Great. And that's we brought the end successfully. I'm glad to see that there are so many people have joined today. And we have managed to solve 20 good questions. Thank you to all of you. And we will continue the same thing in the upcoming sessions also. So thank you very much who have joined. And who could not
Thank
join, they can join next time. Thank you very much.